The halls of the Trident lay in near darkness, their polished white marble catching only the faint blue glow of recessed lights. Aria never slowed. She had walked these corridors for centuries, and even in shadow, she knew every turn by instinct. Her silver armor whispered softly with each measured step. Though neither the tallest nor the most imposing of Velian's children, she possessed a presence that commanded attention. Every movement radiated discipline, confidence, and purpose. Her short golden hair framed striking blue eyes that reflected the dim light as she advanced toward the meditation chamber. She had inherited much of her father's appearance, though time had long since stolen the gold from his own hair. A smile tugged at the corners of her mouth. After more than 2,000 years, the search was finally over. Earth, the lost jewel of the 12 kingdoms, had been found. Generations of explorers had searched the stars and returned empty-handed. Scholars had argued over ancient records. Entire expeditions had vanished, chasing rumors. Where all others had failed, she had succeeded. For the first time in centuries, she had something worthy of placing before her father. At the end of the corridor, towering marble doors gleamed beneath concealed lights. As she approached, they parted without a sound, sliding gracefully into the surrounding walls. The chamber beyond was vast and circular, its vaulted ceiling supported by immense rounded pillars that disappeared into the darkness above. The silence was almost sacred. Passing between the inner ring of columns, Aria's eyes settled on the raised platform at the center of the room. There sat Velian. Floating torches circled the platform, their blue flames flickering soundlessly in the still air. Suspended high overhead, an enormous brass gyroscope rotated within itself, each ring moving with deliberate precision and filling the chamber with a quiet, rhythmic whisper. It was a place built to inspire reverence. It was no wonder the civilizations beneath their rule believed the royal family to be gods. Aria climbed the luminous marble steps toward the platform, the faint clink of her armor echoing through the chamber. Reaching the first tier, she lowered herself onto one knee. "My lord father." Velian slowly opened his eyes, his expression tightened with mild irritation. "Yes," he asked. "Why have you interrupted my meditation?" Aria had expected no warmer greeting. Her father did not appreciate interruptions, but this one would be forgiven. She lifted her head, unable to suppress the excitement in her voice. "My lord father, we have finally found it." Velian regarded her in silence. "We have found Earth." His countenance changed. The irritation vanished, replaced not with triumph, but with something far more difficult to read. His eyes remained fixed on her for the briefest moment before he rose from his chair. "Are you certain?" he asked quietly. "Show me." Aria's smile broadened. "I told you I would be the one." She reached into the folds of her armor and withdrew a small metallic cylinder. Pressing a recessed switch along its side, she held it aloft as a brilliant green light bloomed from its tip. The glow intensified until it burst outward in complete silence, expanding into a massive holographic sphere nearly 20 feet across. A blue-green world slowly rotated above them. Clouds drifted across its oceans. Continents gleamed beneath the sunlight. There was no mistaking that it was Earth. Aria looked back toward her father, eager to see the satisfaction she had imagined for so many years. Instead, she found that Velian simply stood beneath the ghostly light of the planet. The reflection shimmered across his face as he stared upward, his expression unreadable. At last they had found what had been lost. He only hoped it would not be their undoing. Meanwhile, hundreds of light years away, a young woman from a primitive village stared up at the night sky, unaware of the approaching danger. Thank you for watching the first episode of Chariots of Heaven. I hope you enjoyed the prologue and will join me as the journey continues to unfold. A journey that will draw Kira, a young woman from a prehistoric village, into the heart of an ancient galactic empire ruled by beings who claim to be gods. Though she doesn't know it yet, Kira will find herself caught in a conflict that spans entire worlds and be forced to question everything she's ever known. I hope you'll join me for episode 2. If you'd rather jump ahead and read the full story, you can find the full-length novel, Chariots of Heaven, by R.T. Edwins on Amazon and Kindle. You can also listen to each episode on the Levere and Edwins Publications podcast on Spotify and SoundCloud. If you enjoyed this episode, Consider liking the video and subscribing so you don't miss the next chapter of Kira's journey.